Hey, what's up everyone? It's Dennis here and welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be checking out a Filipino video. Yeah, this is something different. I'm not checking out a Filipino singer or a travel guide to the Philippines. This video came out into my YouTube dashboard, and it's probably because I've been watching a lot of Filipino content over the last couple months. So the title of the video is Kat Alano. I think that's how you pronounce it. I was drugged and raped by a Filipino celebrity. I'm like, what? This is pretty serious stuff. I'm just curious how she was drugged and raped by a Filipino celebrity. I'm just curious whether that Filipino celebrity is still there, not in jail. Reading through the description of the video, again, I will link the original video down below. Do check it out. It's from PAK TV, okay? PAK TV. Hopefully I got that right. I think it's PAK or PAK, I don't know, PAK TV, okay. It says, in 2005, when I was 19 years old, I was raped. I was drugged and raped by a Filipino celebrity who is still on TV today. That's not cool, man. I'm feeling it, like the anger in me. So curious what her story is, and I want to check this out. I want to find this out. Okay, I want to find out more information. So let's watch this now. Now, I might be oblivious to the rape culture in the Philippines, so comment down below, okay? Anyways, let's get started.
When they first asked me to do this talk, one of their first questions to me was, why did it take you so long to come forward?
Right.
You see, in 2005, when I was 19 years old, I was raped.
Right.
I was drugged and raped by a Filipino celebrity who is still on TV today.
Jeez.
They asked me, why didn't I come out sooner?
Yeah, why didn't you come out sooner?
Knowing that I was a rapist and could possibly do more harm. I think that all rape victims go through that process in their head. The conflict between coming forward and exposing a criminal of the worst kind and staying silent for their own sanity.
Jeez. It took her 15 years just to sort of tell her story.
One of the most horrible, one of the worst violations of the human mind, spirit, and body.
No, absolutely, I agree.
Victims' experience have been compared to the kind of trauma that soldiers are exposed to during war. Being raped is terrifying.
It's not
the
good.
human mind is not equipped to deal with it or process it without help because it is an unnatural thing. Sex, contrary to popular belief, is not an innate need in people. It is not like breathing, eating, or sleeping. We do not die if we do not have sex.
Sure.
Rape is purely a choice by others to inflict harm on another human being, to take something from them without consent. It is very much a power and control issue rather than a sexual one.
That makes sense. I agree with her point there.
When a person chooses to abuse another, the victim goes into shock. They often feel very confused. Feelings of guilt, shame, and self-blame are some of the first reactions. Because how does one explain to themselves that another human being wanted to hurt them? How do they understand that it is not their fault? It seems as though there is a flaw in the system.
Okay.
People are quick to judge and say, oh, well, so many people fake being raped.
Fake being raped?
As if they know this to be true, right? On the contrary, in a study done in the United States a few years ago, they found that only 2% of all reported rape cases were found to be false, which means that a whopping 98% of them were true.
I totally agree. I mean,
most rape cases are fake.
I don't remember seeing a fake rape case here.
A survey on how many reported rape cases are fake, and I'll tell you why. As it stands, we only have a very small fraction of the actual number of rapes in the country because people are still too afraid to come forward.
I'm guessing this is in the Philippines, this one. Okay.
Our culture of shame and saving face have meant that most victims would rather live and die in silence than face the backlash of society's judgments on something as horrific as rape. You see, in our country, instead of crucifying the rapist, we nail the victims to a proverbial stake and we throw stones.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Now, how do I know this to be true, you might ask? Well, I'm going to tell you. In 2014, I read a news headline in which another woman accused the man who raped me
Okay.
having done the same thing to her.
Right.
Reading some of the comments against the woman, which included statements such as liar, whore, attention seeker in them, I was outraged.
Yeah, I would
I took
too.
to social media and I fought back, telling people they had no right to treat her that way, that they had no idea who a rapist was or could be, and that they shouldn't promote rape culture.
Okay.
Privately on my personal Facebook, I wrote a message of celebration. Karma from the universe. Justice finally after
Has-
9 years.
Right.
Before someone leaked my statements to the press and my life was destroyed. And
Right.
I had known all along that this is what would have happened had I come forward. You see, a few years after I was raped, I had spoken to a friend of mine who was also in the showbiz industry. To my surprise, I discovered that she and I had been through a similar experience.
Wow.
And that her perpetrator is a very good friend of the man.
Jeez.
Me. She told me, this kind of stuff happens all the time, but you can't talk about it. If you do,
What?
you won't
Really?
work in the
I mean-
industry anymore.
True. In some way, there is.
Later, after another woman
But-
claimed to have been raped by the man who raped me, I found out just how true that statement was. I stopped working, and not by choice. I was in the running for several jobs that I was supposed to host for, and they all dropped me. I couldn't
Wow.
get hired for anything. My management, they tried to save me. They tried to get me to retract my statements and stay quiet, but the damage was done.
Right.
No matter how professional and experienced of a host I was, it meant
Nothing.
the industry
That's-
I had grown up in since I was 18 years old had chewed me up, spat me out, and left me out
It's
in the
just
cold,
terrible.
just like I had known would happen all those years ago.
It's like a. What's it called, that
That
one?
wasn't enough. I was publicly destroyed, bashed by thousands of people calling me horrific names. My family and friends disappeared, and I was too scared to even be home alone by myself.
Damn. That's
I
not.
even received death threats for speaking up.
It's kind of like those casting
I
couch
asked,
situation.
speaking up then. Why continue this battle if it has cost you so much?
Hmm.
Why not just stay quiet and walk away? Or my favorite, why don't you just file a case?
File a case.
It's interesting that I worked for the same media company as my rapist all those years ago because I
Far out.
was given very...
Is it ABS-CBN or what's the other one? GMA?
When it comes to something as scandalous as this. I suppose when you control the news and media, it is very easy to cover these things up. We all know how much fear is a factor.
Yeah, it's a
in
powerful.
any
Yeah, I wonder who that rapist is.
I have seen and heard things that would make you never want to watch our television stations again. Women and men
Yeah.
being groped and molested, raped and abused.
Oh wow.
Verbal abuse is a regular occurrence and is treated as
Verbal
normal.
abuse.
Why don't you hear about this? Because the people that talk about it lose their jobs. That's why. In a country where people are uneducated and poor, many would rather sustain their families than
Yeah.
be a hero. They also turn a blind eye to it because they know that the higher-ups are going to do nothing.
It's the abuse of
about it.
power. That's the problem.
Celebrities who abuse, rape, and molest are allowed to continue this behavior because they are protected by the people that they work for. Much like the recent ousting of priests for pedophilia worldwide being ignored by the institution they represent. The uncovering of Jimmy Savile's pedophilic encounters ignored by the BBC, and the many alleged victims of Bill Cosby. Only
Bill
now
Cosby.
feeling brave enough to come forward. Also,
Or the other one, Henry Weinstein or something. Yeah.
Sexual predators are very good at hiding in plain sight, in positions that offer sufficient power to get away with their crimes, especially in a country like ours, where corruption infects every vessel of the government's beating heart.
It feels sad and like hearing news about rape culture, and this is in the Philippines. Rape culture. I mean, of course, it's not just in the Philippines. It could be anywhere. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you may have seen some of the news with, Harvey Weinstein, Henry Weinstein, Harvey Weinstein. Some of the casting couch situations where actress will do anything to win a part, and the director or the producer kind of like sexually abuse them or something for the sake of getting them roles. I mean, rape is rape, right? It's just wrong. But the fact that people get away with it. People in power abusing their power to be able to get what they want of, you know, a guy or a girl, you know, sexually abusing them. It's just too much. It's just, yeah, it's just wrong. It just makes me angry and sad. You know, that's the feeling I'm getting. Good for Kat Alano for standing up. You know, unfortunately, this Filipino celebrity is still on TV today. I wonder who that is. But yeah, comment down below. Let me know, what do you guys think of this particular video? What do you guys think about the rape culture in the Philippines? Comment down below. Educate us. You know, educate me. I don't live in the Philippines. I only hear bits and pieces. But you guys from the Philippines, you guys probably have your own opinion about rape culture with Filipino with the celebrities and those sort of things. This is quite prominent in there. This is good for me. Like, it's educational piece for me. So I really enjoyed this sort of videos. So if you have any recommendations or any videos that you want me to check out, not just in the Philippines but anywhere really of YouTube land, feel free to comment down below. Okay, thank you so much for dropping by and hanging out with me. If you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a like. I really appreciate it, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Cool, I'll catch you in the next time. Paalam.